cool night in San Francisco. Some Nats fans coming into AT Park. Right out there on Willie Mays Plaza. Yeah, it's a little cooler tonight than it was last night. One thing we would love to see warm up with the weather, the Nationals offense. 5 runs their last 3 games. Traditionally, when you come to the West Coast, you face good pitching in this division. But with Eaton and Murphy and Rendon unavailable, Nats are going to have to scratch things out and get some of that offense going. So right now, first 23 games compared to last year, obviously the wins are not there compared to what they were. The offense, the batting average, the extra base hits, runners in scoring position. And FP, I think one of the big things, maybe we saw it last night. Last year there were injuries too, but the other guys stepped up and did some things. Kind of last night the Nets couldn't buy that sac fly or that key base hit.
Yeah, they were looking for the big hit. They've been looking for the big hit this whole trip, but when you're missing guys like you said, that's 227 home runs missing in the lineup, over 1,200 RBIs. Not an excuse, it's a fact, and like you said, the bench has to pick it up, and somebody's got to step up and spark this club.
By the way, Rafael Bautista, outfielder, Adrian Sanchez, who's in the lineup, infielder, rejoined the Nats today, so maybe a little, I don't know, jump from some of those young guys. Let's talk about 2 guys that can really fly, and it's Turner and Taylor, the TNT guys, and right now they're all over the bases, and nobody's been able to throw them out stealing a bag.
Yeah, once they steal first, and they've been doing that very often, getting on base, second and third's no problem. When you talk about the lineup at the top of the order, Trey Turner's been getting it going, the triple, the stolen bases. He's got 9, tied for the Major League lead with Michael A. Taylor. They have a friendly competition going right now with the whole stolen base thing. Dave Martinez is giving them the green light, run till they tag you offense. Maybe they think about hitting these guys 1-2 to jumpstart the offense here coming up, but right now these guys have been a force on this trip, and it's been fun to watch them play.
Yeah, pretty nifty get around the slide there by Michael A. in L.A. So the Nets keep on running. They say that speed never slumps, and that's true to a certain extent. You still got to put the bat on the ball and get some base hits and get things going to bring those guys around. Let's talk some pitching. Tanner Roark's going tonight, and obviously you're a position player. You weren't a pitcher, but sometimes the pitchers have to feel like they're pretty perfect, or they have to be, because the runs to work with just aren't there.
Yeah, you hope they're not pressing right now, but Tanner Roark's been good this year. He's had some tough luck, but on the road this year, when you talk about what Tanner Roark has done on April 2nd against Atlanta, 7 innings, just 1 run. The front hip sinker's been there all season long. We talk about that every start for Tanner. He didn't have a feel for it early last year. He has a feel for it this year, so he's been a road warrior. Last start on the 18th, the feisty Tanner Roark. You remember he got into it with the home plate umpire in that game, went 7 innings, gave up just 2 runs on 2 hits. Game got away for the Nats. They lost that one 11-5, but Tanner's done his part for sure this year, and you look for him to pitch in a ballpark tonight that he loves to pitch in. Look at those numbers.
Yeah, loves pitching against the Giants, the low ERA and the opponent's batting average, and so far this season his league-wide opponent's batting average is even lower than that. Ty Block, 27 years of age, he will pitch against the Nats for the first time. So do they have problems with lefties? It's been kind of off and on this year for the Washington offense. So coming up, the Nats and the Giants. Key game, Scherzer goes tomorrow. Each ball club wants to win this one tonight. Brought to you by PNC Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. And by Lexus, experience amazing. A lot of folks came to the ballpark in their boats tonight. It's cold on the water, it's cold in the yard, and here it is, 81% of the humidity, so it's up. Mostly cloudy skies, 54 degrees, and the Nats have made some changes. In fact, since the Nats left Nationals Park a week ago Sunday night, had a whole bunch of changes. So Adrian Sanchez recalled today from AAA. We'll give you his numbers later. Same with young Mr. Bautista. Matt Reynolds option back to Syracuse, and Sean Kelly, I ran into him today. He's in good spirits, 10-day DL with that ulnar nerve injury. So Dan, a lot going on from a personnel standpoint, and these things happen early in the season when you've got injury issues.
Yeah, Bob, a lot of roster turnover early on. 23 games played for the Nationals. They've already used 33 players, and to put that another way, nearly a third of their current roster wasn't on the opening day roster. So, as you said, injuries have prevented them from keeping the same guys on the field. And also, Mike Rizzo now trying to find some consistently bringing guys up from AAA to try and generate some offense and some good bullpen performances.
Well, that segues right into the Nats lineup, where you'll see Sierra, you'll see Sanchez, you'll see Severino. They're all in there tonight. And meanwhile, on the road trip, Trey Turner has come to life. 10 for 32, 3 doubles, the triple, and 5 runs. So Trey's batting average up to 242, 9th in the league with 15 walks. And the first time 27-year-old lefty Ty Block faces the Nats.
Yeah, there's the Arsenal, 6'1", 213, 27 years old. Took the loss last start on Thursday. And the Giants' 3-1 defeat against the Diamondbacks. Gave up just a couple of runs in 6 innings of work. Struck out 4, walked 3, 92 pitch effort. Fields his position well. Great athlete. Both pitchers tonight field their positions well.
Turner takes. Nah, maybe not, says Todd Titchener. And Trey Turner thought he had held the bat back, 1-1. So we're underway a minute early at 10:14 Eastern time. And a chopper on a hop. Longoria plenty of time.
And defense for the Giants tonight, Williamson, Blanco, McCutchen in the outfield, Crawford, Panic up the middle, Longoria, Belt at the corners, and Buster Posey doing the catching. Talked to Buster today. I told him that was the best frame ever last night. I said, not only did you reach back for it, you pulled it back into the strike zone after you caught it.
And first pitch swinging, Howie Kendrick a base hit. Howie did the same thing to almost the exact same location last night after Trey Turner struck out.
This one might have been struck a little better, though. Look at the short swing from Howie Kendrick. Good game plan against the soft tossing lefty, right? Used the big part of the ballpark. Up the middle, 104 miles an hour, and there goes the no-hitter.
Gregor Blanco picking it up out there. And here's Bryce, who's been on base now 9 games in a row, including twice with walks. "29 years in the big leagues for the home plate umpire Angel Hernandez." Todd Stitcher, something like that at first. Alan Porter at second. Crew chief Bill Miller's at third base. Sorry, Todd.
Todd Stitcher.
Haven't forgiven him for that check swing call on Trey Turner yet. 0-1 to Harper.
Now you watch Angel Hernandez's zone. It'll be tight early, and he's an umpire that'll loosen up as the game goes on. More high. He'll start down in the zone, and then later in the game you'll see some high strikes from him.
Got a little herky-jerky thing going to this Ty Black delivery. 10-15 career, his 32nd start at the big league level. Drafted out of Creighton University was Black. From the Denver area originally, and the Giants made him a 5th rounder 6 years ago. And Bryce fighting that one off as a got in on his trademark.
Yeah, Block's never faced the Nats before, so everyone getting a first look at him. Looks like a short arm delivery, a little hitch in his delivery.
Maybe there was a little knowledge by Howie there, who with other ball clubs was 2 for 8 against this guy. He went up first pitch hunting. The only other Nat to face him, and of course with somebody else, was Matt Adams, who's not in the lineup tonight. So Howie now 3 for 9 against him. And that's outside and picked out of the dirt by Buster Posey.
Trying to get a read on the lefty. Nats lead all of baseball in stolen bases. It's really just 2 guys, Turner and Taylor, but Howie can run.
Yeah, they have 18 of the 27. And that one slipped by Bryce Harper, 92 miles an hour. And the other thing, Black had Howie Kendrick retreating to the bag before he brought it home.
Challenge fastball away. Like Bryce might have been looking in. Most of that sequence was in.
Another good game for Ryan Zimmerman last night. Now 9 for 23 over 6 games. So Turner and Zimmerman have both had good consistent road trips here. Michael A. Taylor's come alive away from home.
As you settle in to watch this one, you don't want to overhype a game in April, but the way things are going right now, you win tonight, you got Max on the mound tomorrow, into an off day, into a really tough homestand. I think tonight's huge. Not that tomorrow's a guaranteed win by any means, but you got your Cy Young on the mound. So tonight becomes a big game.
Agreed. Off speed, it had Ryan Zimmerman out in front, and he pops it up to Brandon Crawford, who took 2 steps back right at the end. Howie Kendrick stranded, and now Tanner goes to work. Huddle up here at AT Park. It's a cool night. Andrew McCutchen career against the Nats, and his numbers 54 games. Last night he had a double in 4 trips. He's had 12 doubles, 14 homers, and 35 career RBIs against Washington pitching. And they got some big time power from Mac Williamson, who has 4 hits in 4 games, 2 of them home runs. Tanner Roark 6-0, 2.02 against the Giants in 7 games, 4 starts.
Barehanded. Always does that. Doesn't like that ball. Going to get a new one. You see the starts for Tanner Roark. Last time out on the 18th against the Mets. Took the no decision in the Nats 11-5 loss. Had a nice night. 2 runs on 2 hits over 7 strong. Threw 103 pitches in that one. 61 for strikes.
Gregor Blanco is first up. And 90 right in there. 34-year-old outfielder. 257 career hitter. 10th year in the big leagues. Braves, Royals, Giants, D-backs, and now back with San Fran as he hit 246 with Arizona last year. Target is up. Elevated fastball. 1-2.
Yeah, this year, first time through the order, Tanner Roark's opponents are hitting .094.
Yeah, pretty impressive. 161 overall, 6th lowest opponent's batting average in the National League. And a 2-2 slapped out the left center. Michael A. Taylor. Did he get to it? He held on, and yes, it's called to catch by Alan Porter, the second base umpire. Off the bat, it looked like he had no chance to get to that ball.
Well, I love that Tanner's all the way out at second base cheering on his center fielder. Bruce Bochy, is he holding up play or did he catch this? Tough to tell from where we're at. We'll look at it again together. Look at the jump by Michael A. What a play.
Wow.
The long limbs of Michael A. Taylor, the extension on the dive, getting to this baseball and keeping it off the turf. I'm telling you, he's developing into an all-star player right before our eyes. He's got a chance.
I don't know that I've seen anybody better at coming in on a ball and picking off base hits like this guy does.
Yeah, I always thought good center fielders take base hits away. If I'm a pitcher and I make a good pitch, I want you taking hits away. If something's over my head, that's my fault as a pitcher. At least, you know, that's what I used to think out there. That's a beautiful play. Andrew Jones, the best I ever saw it coming in on him in center field.
Joe Panik, toughest guy in the National League to strike out. 2-1. Threw him another breaking ball, and it's well hit but way foul. Right up against the bricks down there.
That's defense. Nobody's shifting over on the bricks yet. Sierra Taylor Harper, the outfield. Turner Kendrick right up the middle. Sanchez Zimmerman at the corners, and Pedro Severino behind the plate. There's Adrian Sanchez. Good to see him.
Yeah. 286 in 14 games at Syracuse. And Rafael Bautista was hitting a lot higher than that when he got the call. So some young players on the move. Juan Soto promoted yesterday from Hagerstown to Potomac. Bautista 429. 2 doubles, a triple, 7 runs in 10 games.
He's ready. Call him up.
He is here. 2-2 again. That ball kind of served the other way and spinning its way through the infield. A base hit for Joe Panik. That swing right there shows you why he's so tough to strike out. He just gets bat on ball, and he's striking out about once every 15 at bats.
Doesn't he know that he's played in 2018 and that's unacceptable?
His launch angle is horrible on that base hit.
He should be striking out every 3 at-bats. That was a nice swing. That was a good pitch by Tanner, too. Sometimes good hitters beat good pitches.
McCutchen, 3 for 8 career with a home run against Tanner Roark. So that homer, a couple of RBIs. Joe Panik 0 for 1 running. Giants 11 out of 16 stealing.
McCutcheon's got a lot of orange going on, doesn't he? I mean, those gloves. You jog at night with those things on. Those are bright.
Swing and a miss on a good heater away.
Little cut to it at the end. So he's shown McCutcheon pretty much the two-seam fastball away, ran it back, didn't get the call. Then he cut that one the other way. See if he tries to backdoor the sinker or repeat that slider away. Slider, cutter.
And the 1-2, a little bit low. McCutcheon looking all the way in. Third consecutive 2-2 count.
Strong career numbers. I'll tell you what, if you're a veteran guy and you missed the ball like McCutcheon did last night, I wouldn't be surprised if he went over and gave Chris Stratton a big hug last night.
That young man really pitched well. Bruce Bochy couldn't sing enough praises for his 27-year-old right-handed starter last night.
Steak dinner or something.
Hung with him through 109 pitches.
Yeah, Bruce Bochy behind the cage today with Dusty Baker, Barry Bonds, Willie Mays in the clubhouse. It was like a museum around here today.
3-2, runner goes. Popped up right side. Ryan Zimmerman in foul ground as Panik found the ball and got back to first base. 2 outs.
Good pitch.
Well, we're not used to seeing empty seats here. The sellout streak came to a close during the season last year. They had sold out every game from 2010 through 16 here. Warriors are playing tonight across the bay with a chance to clinch, and maybe some folks decided to stay warm inside and watch some hoops. Good fastball low in the zone. Posey 6 for 14 against Roark. And among National League hitters, only Nolan Arenado has a higher batting average than Buster's 462 in the home ballpark. Arenado 472 at Coors. And we saw Buster's patented approach last night. Went the other way for an RBI single and a double. He also walked. So that's both of his homers and 7 of his 9 RBIs. There he goes the other way again. Buster Posey on base now for the 4th consecutive time in this series. 2 on 2 out.
I mean, he's always done such a nice job with 2 strikes of shortening up and going the other way. So both hits tonight from the Giants, you saw 2 strike adjustments, which are very rare in today's game. I think you see it a lot from Daniel Murphy. You see it a lot from Anthony Rendon. Howie Kendrick. Nats have a lot of guys that make adjustments with 2 strikes. Bryce will shorten up and go to left with 2. But just turn on any game nowadays and watch the 3-0 hacks and 0-2 counts.
Tonight's game a disgrace by modern standards. Brandon Belt hitting at 290. Right now the hottest Giant. 6-game streak. He's 8 for 22. So Howie in short right. 1-0 pitch pulled. Counts even.
That get Dan? Dan down. He's all right.
Two and one. Long inning now. Danner's at 2 dozen pitches already.
Excuse me, Carter. There's a fine line where Pedro Severino sets up in on lefties for that front hipper to come back. If you get too far in there, you won't get the call. If you set up too much on the plate, it'll run back too far. Something you probably don't think about too often is where the catcher sets up in relationship to getting the call.
Runs that fastball back, but it stays inside. Now the bases are loaded for Evan Longoria.
You see what I'm talking about right here? Well, look where Severino's setting up. And look where the pitch is. I mean, he hit the spot, right? But doesn't get the call. So sometimes the catcher, it's a subtle adjustment. Maybe, you set up another inch in or toward the plate to get that call. Tanner did everything he wanted to. He hit the target. And obviously Angel Hernandez not seeing that side.
Big situation early here. Longoria at 234. Angel Hernandez thought about it an instant and called the slider in the zone.
Close. Oh, clearly right in the middle of the box. Good call.
Want to pitch up. 75 miles an hour, so Longoria well ahead. Inside the Numbers presented by PNC. Make today the day. Lowest average in the National League with runners in scoring position. And you've got the two teams that are the most frustrated meeting in this series.
Those are all good hitting teams too. At least 2, 3, 4, 5, and the Giants.
And a wild pitch. Giants take the lead.
Now look at it again. Off-speed pitch from Tanner, I believe. Yeah, curveball spiked, and Pedro Severino tried to backhand it. Usually Pedro gets over and puts his chest in front of that one. He thought maybe he could catch that one in the air before it hit the dirt, so he went for the backhand. Missed it.
Pitch number 30 coming. Now a battle to minimize the damage.
When your offense isn't firing on all cylinders, you hate to play uphill. This becomes big here in the first inning. Bigger than normal.
Fastball up. Well, Joe Panik put the ball in play on a 2-strike count after the spectacular Taylor play on Blanco. And now the Giants have turned it into a long first inning. Fastball runs back and rings him up. Longoria frozen. Giants get a run on 2 hits, a walk, and a wild pitch.
Of journey when the sun shines on the bay. 1-0, top of the second. That's a great shot. Golden Gate Bridge in the background. And I have no segue to attend Nats games whenever you want. With Nats Pass, could guarantee. What would you have done there? What would
I would
your
put
segue?
the 14th Street Bridge up against the Golden Gate anytime.
There you go. Nats
Woodrow Wilson Bridge. You name it, we got it.
The guaranteed admission to every home game in May, including the Yankees and the Dodgers, for just $65. Download today MLB Ballpark app and start enjoying Unlimited Nationals baseball. That's a good deal. Yeah, there's no segue there. I couldn't do it. I'm not good.
There's nothing like the view from the Woodrow Wilson.
Sunset on the Anacostia.
Yeah, baby. Sierra Taylor Sanchez, top of the second. We're going to stay in a good mood until this team puts about 7 runs on the board one of these nights. Moyes is 7 for 31, playing in his 13th game with the Nats. First inning, tied block, 13 pitches, 9 strikes. Tried to wait, straight back and went 2-2.
It seems like Moises' swing is close. I mean, he's fouling off a lot of good pitches that I know he's thinking I should be drilling these in a gap somewhere. Timing's just a click off.
That's going to get him near the hands, inside edge.
We'll show you Michael A's catch one more time. You got to be ready to play from the get-go, and Michael A was. Look at the scouting. He's on that side of second base. Got a good jump. Sprint speed 27.3 from a dead stop. Covered 48 feet. And how about the roll, too, to preserve the ball in the glove? Nicely done. Tanner was digging it. So are we.
So here he is. Up in the zone. So Angels got some leeway up there already tonight, it appears.
Yeah, usually he'll climb that ladder around the 5th or 6th with the strikes.
Taylor, 2 walks, a steal, a run last night. Davey Martinez waiting and waiting for offense. And it's 2-2. Nats come in 10th in batting average at 230, 6th in runs, 5th in home runs. But we showed you the runners in scoring position numbers, and Giants and the Nats neither have done well at all in that category. And the Giants pretty much have all their weapons healthy.
You know, 3 for 5 his last 2 games is Michael A, but he's walked 3 times, Carp, and that's a good sign.
Yeah.
You know, whatever happens here, 2-2 count, he's fighting, but it just tells me he's seeing the baseball. He's more relaxed up there. He's not auto swinging in counts. Dave Martinez has to like what he's seeing from Michael A.
Off speed, and Ty block out there to Spirit for the second out. Good reaction play by him, because Taylor, Turner, anything gets by the mound, those guys are going to beat it out.
A good hustle by Michael A the whole way.
Adrian Sanchez is 26 years of age, has a birthday in August. Signed with the Nats at the age of 16 back in 07, 10 years in the minor leagues coming into this season. And then 14 games more when he did a nice job for Syracuse. Kid can play some serious defense. And blocks is going to kind of run over to the right side, and there's a lot of soft contact again early in this one.
Himself into a jam in the 4th inning. A couple close calls didn't go his way and an error behind him, but he composed himself and ended up going 7 strong innings in that outing. And talking to Tanner yesterday, he told me that the Tanner Roark of a couple years ago might not have been able to get out of that jam. He said he's worked hard on the mental side of the game over the last year, plus becoming more relaxed on the mound and centering himself. And he noted that the game doesn't speed up on you as a pitcher, you speed up and the game speeds up on you as a result. So when he gets in jams, Tanner takes a deep belly breath, as he calls it, tries to let go of everything that just happened and get back to doing what he needs to do, something he did in that situation, and guys, something he did in the 1st inning as well.
Kept that from being a big 1st inning disaster. Had to throw 32 pitches. This is big, strong Mac Williamson, who hit one a mile here last night out to the deepest part of right center, other than where that triples triangle is out there. Hit it a ton, 460 plus. He has faced Roark before, 3 strikeouts, 0 for 5.
You were here for Barry Bonds' record-breaking home run.
Watched it right here.
That's right where he hit it. Only he was left-handed.
Yeah. Still can't believe he turned around a Mike Bassick fastball. Backhand off the glove of Sanchez and a base hit. for Mac Williamson, who continues to give the Giants some of the offense they need. He's now 5 for 16.
You see the leg kick, the hands down low, kind of the stance that everybody's doing nowadays. He went to Justin Turner's hitting coach from the Dodgers, the guy he works with in the winter, and kind of same stance as Turner.
Number 8 hitter Brandon Crawford. Good breaking ball. Crawford a big swing. And that thing disappeared on him.
Opponents hitting .091 on Tanner Roark's curveball this year. Coming into tonight.
So Crawford down to 206. 2 for 13 career against Tanner. Takes a bit of a pause and then delivers the high fastball. 2-1. Right side of Tapper, and because the runner slowed down to maybe shield Howie Kendrick, our second baseman had time to get it over to Trey Turner to get the lead runner. So Williamson out at second on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, heads up play by Howie. That one had just get the out at first written all over it, but the way you described it was perfect. Watch Williamson stop right there. How he sees that. All right, I still got a chance at second. Just get that out.
Here's a pitcher, a young guy who can handle the bat. Ty Block to bunt here, pops it up, and reachable only for the folks behind the first aisle over there.
That bunt made me think about something in batting practice today. Did you see the scoreboard here? They had launch angle, exit velocity, and distance on every ball hit in BP today.
Including bunts?
Yeah. But it was fun to look up on the scoreboard and see what everyone was. I'm talking every swing. They would just kind of recalculate on the board.
You think players look at that after they launch one?
Some. You'd almost have to, right? It's like a pitcher not looking at his velocity on the scoreboard.
So still bunting 0-2 it appears. He stabs at it and strikes out. That was some curveball. Tanner Roark dropped on him for strike 2.
They got a good curveball working tonight. Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $44 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season.
Top of the order, Gregor Blanco hit that ball to Michael A., or at least somewhere near Michael A., who went nearly 50 feet to make that spectacular catch to rob him of at least a double back in the first inning. Tailing action on the changeup and a miss. 2-0.
Yeah, I used to think center field was the most fun, Carp, because you could see the pitches going in the strike zone and see how they're moving and almost start to lean before the guy swung. I mean, it's the only position besides shortstop and maybe second base at times where you're watching the pitch. But in the outfield, you're basically the center field camera as a center fielder. So that's your view. And when you see a guy set up, you're already thinking, if he sets up away, I'm going towards left center. But you start to lean, like right about now, you start to lean.
In the air to left, and Sierra retreats, gets there quickly, and one-hands it on the edge of the track. So Tanner Roark gives up a leadoff infield hit. Time for some hot ones on a cool night in San Fran. Yeah, when they're on the grill and they're blackened, it's time for a dog.
Oh.
Hitting .270, and the on-base percentage is just under .380. Roark behind him, and then Trey Turner top of the third. The Nats one hit in the first with one out by Howie so far. There's the off speed, and it really floats away. 2-0. Borderline strike.
A couple of things you saw for the Nats lineup last year that you're hoping you see this year. And if you remember, it was the second time around the adjustments they made after the first time. You remember the first time was just a scouting mission. Second time they'd usually do some damage. And maybe that was a byproduct.
Wow. He got a strike away. He got a strike inside. And Pedro Severino maybe tells Hernandez, my pitcher will take that.
Nissan will show you where it was. Good frame, pitch a ball, called a strike. Maybe it was a byproduct, Carp, finishing my point of, you know, Daniel Murphy working pitchers, Anthony Rendon working pitchers, even Adam Eaton in the beginning of the year, 6, 7, 8 pitch at bats. Now, number one, everybody's seen everything the guy's got. Number two, he was a little bit worn down second time through. They made you work.
Yeah. Tanner Roark 1 for 10 this year. And now 1 for 11. Another weak comebacker. There's something going on late with the movement of these pitches by Ty Block. First time around, the Nats go 1 for 9 with a Howie Kendrick single. So the guys who see the most pitches, this is in the entire major leagues, Coons.com. When you're talking Cards, you're talking Coons. And since when has Trey Turner become so patient? Well, since opening day this year. And that was as leadoff guys, not always known for their patience these days.
I had tons of patience as a hitter, but in traffic, I have no patience. None.
You were a hitting coach. You had to have patience.
No. I don't think Trey's doing this by design. When Trey Turner's at his best, he hacks. I mean, that's just the way he is. You know, I like him getting on base. Don't get me wrong, but there's other ways.
Is he maybe not seeing the number of fastballs that he did when he first came up?
Yeah, it could be just, I mean, it's a small sample size. What is it? 23 games? I think you're going to see an aggressive Trey Turner the rest of the year.
Let's see how aggressive he gets on 3-1.
And that's a good thing. Kevin Long.
Three and two, 2 outs. Jammed him. Crawford. Trey Turner makes everything close, but a Gold Glove shortstop just threw him out. Nats have no runs on 1 hit through 3. Around the water here, China Basin, go north, make a left, Fisherman's Wharf, and then just go across that 14th Street bridge and you'll find K Street. It returns Friday, April 27 for $39. You get your K card, exclusive K Street t-shirt. Cheer on the Nats from a field level seat as they take on those first place Diamondbacks. Nationals.com to check it all out.
You can't see it at home, but Bob looked over his shoulder at me like, watch this segue, youngster. He did. I
was looking for your reaction. And you rolled your eyes as usual. Joe Panik is 2 for 2. You know, you can't get the ball by him. You just hope he hits it at somebody. Good ball player, Joe Panik.
That's where Tanner's been so good throughout his career, getting the ground ball. See what he does right now with McCutchen. They've been jamming him inside so far in the series.
Do you know who Joe Panik reminds me of a little bit?
Who's that?
Even though he hits left-handed. Kevin Franzen.
I bet you he doesn't talk as much as Kevin Franzen did. He's a lot quieter.
Kevin's in the booth with us, a great former Nat who's doing broadcasting for the Phillies now and still lives out here. That ball is high in the air to right center, tailing back to Bryce Harper. So Bryce calls Taylor off and makes the grab on Andrew McCutchen. First out, 3rd inning.
But you made a good point in the open, Carp, about how a starting staff can start to have to feel like they have to be perfect if the offense isn't clicking.
Yeah.
And you just have to go out there and do your thing and hope that the offense picks you up eventually. It's not like I mean, they're not swinging well. They've lined out a lot this year, their fair share. You talked to Matt Adams yesterday, and he was saying, hey, we've hit a lot of balls hard. We just need to find some luck. So hopefully that happens. But in the meantime, you just do your thing.
So Buster Posey on a pitch up. Base hit to right center. Tanner was ahead of him. Back in the first inning, that set up that run the Giants scored eventually on the wild pitch.
It's a good pitch. Stay right there.
Severino tries to block it, but a lot of English on that ball. And spinning away from him over toward the Giants dugout. Second wild pitch on a breaking ball in the dirt tonight.
And look at it again. The curveball from Tanner's breaking off a table. It didn't look like Pedro really did anything wrong right there. He got his chest in front of it. The ball just took a weird carom. Maybe, like you said, Carp, a lot of rotation on it. But Tanner's best pitch tonight has been the curveball.
That looked like one of those curveballs that hit and then had the reverse English on it and went back to Pedro's left. So the Giants have a runner in scoring position with one out. Buster Posey, as we mentioned earlier, has driven in 7 of his 9 runs here at AT Park. And that one behind the runner, so on to third goes Panic. Trey Turner throws out Posey, 2 down. Well, finally, our next 5 includes a whole bunch of home games. It's Max Scherzer and Jeff Samardzija here tomorrow. Then the Nats are home for 3 with the D-backs. Make a note, Saturday's a 4 o'clock game. Sunday, 1:30. Then the Pirates are in, followed by next week the Phillies, the surprising Phillies. And for that matter, really, the Pirates too, though they've cooled off this week. First pitch fastball fouled by Brandon Belt.
They're kind of game within the game. If you're Brandon Belt right now, are you thinking Tanner Roark's going to throw you a curve based on the wild pitches so far with that pitch and a runner on third? As a hitter, sometimes you eliminate that pitch and you're looking up right here because he's bounced a few curveballs.
0-1. And again, close with the swing back fastball, but it stays in. And the curveball fouled.
He tried the swinger backer fastball here. Let's see what they decide on.
Bell to walk first time up.
Tried to swing her back.
Yeah, so Tanner Roark right now right at 20 pitches per inning. Severino wanted it down. He had to make an adjustment to turn the mid on that fastball. 3-2. So 3-2, Longoria on deck. And a big curveball. That thing is hammered down the line and gone. Brandon Belt, homer number 6. He has a 7-game hitting streak, and the Giants lead 3-0.
I'm telling you, it's exactly what we said when Brandon Belt walked up. You throw a curveball in the dirt for a wild pitch, you don't want to throw it down there again. And look where this one was. It wasn't going in the dirt. It stayed up, and Brandon Belt got all of it. So the wild pitch early to score Joe Panik in the first, maybe the one that bounced off Pedro Severino this inning for the 390 feet. So now as a pitcher, I'm saying, well, I can't bounce that again. It might ricochet for a cheap run. He left the curveball up, and Belt caught it out front. You know that as a hitter walking in the box. I'm looking for something up. He doesn't want to bounce something for a wild pitch.
So with 2 outs, it's Evan Longoria. And that goes right up and in and gets him. Longoria was kind of diving there and never really had time to turn away from that pitch.
You checked if he swung? Was that cruel and unusual? The swing supersedes the hit by pitch. If his hands went and the bat went, it's a strike.
Yeah, he was moving toward the plate and could not turn.
I mean, he took this right. Let's see if it was a swing first, see where it hit him. No, he didn't go. I don't think.
Mac Williamson, base hit off of Sanchez at third, his first time up. That's a good hook, unreachable. That's a good slide to his right by Severino. So the Giants have at least 1 hit in every inning, 2 in the first, 2 here in the third. Couple of wild pitches, a hit batter thrown in. And that's his go-to pitch right now. He's thrown 2 really good sliders to Mac Williamson.
Pitch number 67 coming from Tanner.
Wow.
See if they go to the well with another slider here. 1-2.
Runner goes. Good throw gets him. And it's a good throw by Severino. Alan Porter waiting to make sure the ball was held by Howie Kendrick, and the Giants will run themselves out of the end of the third. Howie, Harper, Zimmerman straight ahead. 4 great deals. See the pyramid in the distance? Are those the painted ladies? The beautiful homes that are all different colors right in the foreground there? Hard to tell at night, but it looks like them.
Yeah. Looks like painted homes.
Yeah.
Not ladies.
But that's what they're called. There's a full house over there somewhere. Top of the 4th inning. Howie base hit first time up. Meanwhile, side block looking pretty good. Right side, some more soft contact. Belt to the pitcher. So in this series, Bryce is 0 for 3. A grounder, 2 walks, fly ball last night, and a strikeout swinging so far tonight.
Those are half-hearted boos. Like, we know our pitcher was wrong for hitting you last year, boos, but we still have to boo you, boos.
Did he go? Bill Miller says yes. Crew chief working third base tonight. That's a good pitch, cutting to the outside edge.
He's got a quick arm 90. It's a short arm delivery, and it seems to be playing up from 90. Well, watch how quick his arm is in the short arm delivery. Reminds me a little bit of Billy Wagner, although Billy threw 98, 99.
Good pitch cast by Mercedes-Benz right there, and then he shows him something away, 1 and 2.
Yeah, what does that mean as a hitter? Well, you got to get ready earlier because the ball kind of jumps on you. When he has the quick arm and he lets it go almost like a catcher right out of his ear, it'll jump on you. So you totally throw the 90 out the window, and in your mind you're thinking, okay, this is playing like 94, 95. I got to get ready early.
He had Harper reaching. Crawford lays back and waits for it.
All right, kids opening day is April 29th. Today's April 24th, so we're almost there. Celebrate opening day with Junior Nats Club. Join Screech and of all of his strange mascot friends, and they are strange. The first 10,000 kids ages 12 and under receive a fidget spinner. That's presented by the Potomac Nationals. Tell your parents to visit nationals.com for tickets.
I'm getting a little fidgety waiting for some. Get the lines moving here. The Nats just trying to get something going offensively. Ryan was up 2-0 in the count. He got a change up and popped up first time. That's the curveball, 1-1.
Ty Block's got a good rhythm going. He is getting it and throwing it.
He is. Brings that curveball around and tried to get the outside edge. So the count in Ryan's favor, 2-1. Nobody's just sitting in the back bench of that dugout worried about staying warm. Everybody's up on the rail watching their teammates, trying to will something good to happen here. 3-1 pitch. Target in. It's low, and Ryan Zimmerman's aboard with 2 outs.
Good eye. There went an easy take in that whole batch.
That breaks a string of 10 in a row by Ty Block and brings Moises Sierra to the plate. Pretty good arm action on that diving changeup.
Double up on the change. Does he triple up or try to pop the heater in here with 2 strikes? Fastball up and in, Buster's calling for.
That's where he delivered it, and Moises fights it off for a base hit. 2 on after 2 out, and a chance for Michael A. Taylor.
Nice piece of hitting right there. I don't know how the heck he hit this to the right side. That was a fastball up and in. Watch Moises Sierra pull his hands in and get the barrel to this fastball in. Yeah, keep your hands close to your body, fight it off, and keep the line moving with 2 outs. Michael A. going to try to keep the line moving here too.
So Sierra 8 for 33 as a net with that hit. Michael A. hit a comebacker that Ty Block speared first time. Two-out walk, Ryan Zimmerman. Ensuing base hit. Moises Sierra, big gap in the left center. And Taylor goes down the right field line. It is slicing, and it's gone. See you later, Michael A. Taylor. And this one's tied on his 2nd of the year.
That's a big hit this ball club's been waiting for this whole West Coast swing. That'll light up a dugout, right? An opposite field line drive homer from Michael A. Taylor. That's not easy to do in this ballpark, folks.
Well, great swing by Sierra, got him to the plate, and then Taylor finished it off.
Hey, it's a good game plan, Carp. I mean, he's throwing everything away. He's throwing you soft away. You try to get big and pull this guy, you're falling right into his trap. So what does Michael A. do? Let the ball travel. I'm thinking drive it the other way. One swing, we got a ball game, folks.
43rd career homer, and that one goes the other way. Momentarily dropped by Belt. Zimmerman walks. Sierra goes Oppo for a base hit. And Michael A. Taylor, he's at 43 career home runs, and not many more impressive than what he just did to right field in San Francisco.
Right? This reminds you of anything? Maybe Game 4 at Wrigley Field. Same swing, same spot. Although going out to Oppo here is Really hard for a right-handed hitter. Kind of kept it underneath the wind. 101 miles an hour, 25 degrees on the launch angle, and a field goal for Michael A. to tie this one up.
Mac Williamson was at the plate when a pitch got away. Longoria tried to go to second. Pedro Severino gunned him out. So he leads off, gets a curveball. Little in-between play for Sanchez, and he casually guns out Mac Williamson. He's a very good infielder. There's a very good outfielder.
I'm telling you, the more you watch this kid play, he's just growing up. He did last year, had a tremendous year. He's starting to settle in this year and find his own rhythm on both sides.
So now 4 for his last 7. 3 walks in 4 games, and finally some ribbies attached to one of those swings. Here's Brandon Crawford. Fielder's choice ground ball to Howie Kendrick, first time. No swing, Bill Miller. Nissan will pitch cast this one. One and two, pitcher on deck. And this one out to center. Nats have a really good guy there. 2 outs. No better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. With our minor league insights, we're going to talk right-handed arms with this one. Look at Austin Volf now. Under 1 with the ERA, 5th in the IL, and Eric Fetty sporting a 1.80. So 9th in the International League, and it's good to see some of the arms doing good things at the AAA level.
So I'm looking at this, Carp. This is from July 8th of 2017. Stanton hit an opposite field home run here, and he was the first one to do it last July since Hunter Pence did it in 2015.
Wow.
And the first by a visitor since Josh Harrison did it in 2014. So that's not easy what Michael A. just did. You don't see opposite field home runs here by right-handed hitters. Ball just doesn't travel to right.
Yeah. And just as impressive, it was kind of a line drive, and it got over that 20-foot landing out there. So the guy who gave it up on the right and the guy who hit it on the left, and the count's 1-2. And Tanner Roark does exactly what he wanted to and the Nats wanted. A quick shutdown inning, and the boys are right back in the dugout in a tie game.
Star Wars Day is back at Nats Park on Saturday, May 5th. Nats take on the Phillies, 4:05. First 10,000 fans will take home a pair of Han Solo Boba Fett socks, courtesy of Stance. Use the Force to visit Nationals.com where you find the tickets you're looking for. Thanks for the music bed, guys. That really spiced it up.
I didn't know if you're going to be doing poetry or what when I first
felt
heard
very
that.
somber and nostalgic right there.
I thought maybe you were taking us on a tour of wine country or something.
I thought you were doing the voiceover for the Open.
Did a little double take there, and here we go to the top of the 5th. 3 runs can change your life in just a matter of moments.
I'm super happy.
The Nats are feeling better now. Time to build on that. Severino, first pitch changeup, struck out looking first time on a ball that was off the plate inside. Roark next, and then Turner here, top 5. Pedro gets it by Brandon Crawford. He's going to make a big turn around the bag here. Williamson aggressively, and that's the way you're supposed to play and run the bases right there.
Tell you what, Pedro had so much energy. We talk about it all the time, but this is a big league turn. This is the way you come out of a box when you think maybe you have a double. Didn't hit it great, but perfectly placed. Got his hands inside the ball and just was rumbling around first base. Watch this. He's thinking 2 all the way. Make me stop. And they did, and he hustled back. So, yeah, Carp, to your point, that 3-run homer might have pumped everybody up, including the broadcasters.
Well, I think in any sport, when you score, I know in basketball they say when the shots are going in, you got a little spring in your step at the other end playing defense. And when you finally get something on the board, everything seems to sort of fall into place. Now Tanner got the quick inning. His next assignment, get this bunt down and get Severino to second for the top of the order. He was going to switch off and Butcher Boy there, but the pitch was high. So it's 1-1. And we've seen coming out of spring training into the regular season that Davey Martinez is not scared to switch off and do some out of the box things. Tanner squares around again. He had done that as Block threw over.
That was almost Ty Bach right there. Did you see where he stepped? That was almost a home.
By the way, they're in the 10th at St. Louis. Mets playing the Cardinals tonight, and they're 5-5. And Roark lays down a beauty. Buster thought about second for a moment. So Tanner Roark has suddenly done 2 really good things. Got his guys back in the dugout. Now the lead runs in scoring position.
Little thing right there as he gets some high fives. Nicely done. Buster Posey had to go around Tanner Roark. And that little hesitation by Buster allowed Pedro Severino to get the second.
Curveball in there. Trey Turner RBIs. He has 4. A couple of ground balls. He's pulled them, and Block has been able to jam him twice. Continues to get in on Trey's hands. Blown away. Had a nice picture on Twitter of a Nats fan who ended up with that home run ball.
Nice.
Kevin 75 says it's her first game and she got the home run ball hit by Michael A. Taylor. Looks like it's got a little scuff on it from where it hit the top of that wall out there, the landing. And Trey Turner with a good take. Count goes to 2-2. By the way, guy's got an Expos cap. That's why I wanted you to see that.
Nice.
So a couple of Expos caps in the ball yard last night and tonight. 2-2. Turner hits one behind the runner, and Crawford's going to throw to third and get Severino on the tag play. There are a lot of shortstops who would not try that, but this guy's won Gold Gloves, and he did it.
They got rid of it quick, picked the lane, and you're wondering, is this going to hit Pedro in the back? That's all you can hope for right here. Not the worst exchange of runners. You're thinking Trey Turner might be on second relatively quickly. But a nice play by Crawford. Look at the quick release with something on it and a quick tag to get Severino.
Brandon Crawford has won the last 3 Gold Gloves at shortstop. Here's Howie. And we're eyeballing the runner, and so are the Giants. Turner 9 for 9.
Well, he and Michael A. Taylor have a little competition going, apparently.
I think it's great.
I think it's great, too. Trey kind of downplays it, like, whatever, but Michael A. wants to catch him, so I like that.
And by the way, Turner, with his 9 this year, has 90 career steals. Michael A. has 56. Time called as Turner takes off.
He had a great jump. Check out the jump. I think Howie was just waiting around and he called timeout.
Reyes Moronta. Turner holding. 2-0.
Fast runner on first. Thinking about him, speeding up your delivery. 2-0 count to the hitter.
Yeah, from cruise control to a bumpy road here in a very quick sequence. It all started with his 2-out walk to Ryan Zimmerman last inning.
Go over video before the game with Tim Bogart. What are his keys? What am I looking for? When can I go? Oh.
Somebody said that's a balk. It was home plate umpire, I believe, Angel Hernandez.
No, it was. I mean, he did that earlier. That's why I said tie balk. I think he stepped to first when Tanner Roark was hitting and Pedro Severino was on first. And he stepped to home, excuse me. Watch this. Yeah, there's an imaginary 45-degree angle there that you're not supposed to cross. Did his foot cross the back foot too? No, I don't think so. It just looked like he was stepping home.
So a block balk. And now Howie could put the Nats on top with a single.
Did you practice saying block, balk?
No, it just came to me.
Seriously, you can't say that 10 times fast.
I know, but how could I do that if I couldn't say Todd Titchener at the beginning of the game?
But you
Come
did.
on.
You made up for it.
Two on to Howie. In the dirt. And even if he loses Howie Kendrick, you figure block would stay for Harper at least. And that Moronta is getting ready for Ryan Zimmerman. Ball 4.
Pitched around him to get the Bryce.
Life after 2 outs the last 2 innings has been very long for Ty Block.
Well, right man, the right spot. Let's see what happens.
Big gap left center if he could take it that way. And a good visit for Buster Posey here. Crawford will join in, and so will Joe Panik.
You got to get your money's worth. That's a mound visit. So the shortstop's coming in, the second baseman's coming in. They changing up the signs, possibly.
Way outside, and Ty Block has lost the strike zone here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in this at bat, obviously, but the way Bryce Harper is taking these pitches, he's seeing them big. He's nice and relaxed, nice and slow with his lower half. Let's just say he's looking hitterish.
High in the air, slicing toward the bullpen. Is it going to hang up long enough for Matt Williamson? He gets there, drops it, and crashes into the barrier.
What's that thing sticking out down there? Did he hit that? I think he's okay.
Contending with the bullpen mound, which of course is not the case around almost all of baseball, but it is here.
Now, he had a long way to go. He's playing in left center field. Hit his glove, but then he got sniped by the mound. Hit hard into the padding there. Thank goodness there's a lot of padding. And I think this is the only park in baseball left with mounds that are exposed like that. And even Bryce said, oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe Oakland is the other one, right?
Yeah, that's the only other one, because Wrigley doesn't have it anymore.
Right. All right, Fios by Verizon Exmo, and see that left foot on the backside of the mound. And look at the fans' reaction right there. We're glad Mac's okay. Fios, the 100% fiber optic network, means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com today.
Counts 2-1 on Harper. And he pulls the ground ball to Panik. That's it for the Nats. Unable to score in the fifth. Stranding a couple, 3 on the night. This game has gotten very interesting.
Mobile will show you some Michael A. Taylor highlights. He is putting on a show here tonight at AT&T, folks. That was in the first inning. And that robbed Gregor Blanco of maybe extra bases. And how about this, going oppo at AT&T? Not easy to do. You got to have some serious pop. And that might be the swing that gets this ball club going. We will see.
Top of the order for the Giants. Tanner Roark, 77 pitches, 48 strikes. Blanco in the air twice, the liner to Taylor, and then a fly ball the other way to Sierra. Good run on the heater, stayed in for a strike. And the big curveball drops in. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
It's been his best pitch all night.
And he runs the fastball away like he did for strike one. So Tanner Roark, 2 Ks in a row, 4 on the night.
Pretty good run on this two-seamer. I mean, one side of the plate to the other, right? Started maybe inner third, ran off the plate away, elevated. Good sequence. Fastball away, curveball in, fastball away.
Mets got a run in the 10th and won at St. Louis moments ago. 6-5 the final there.
What's their magic number?
It's about 140. I don't know.
Yeah. There's time.
We don't call it magic number at this point of the season. It's magic months. That's how far away it is. So the East is updated. Mets 15-6 now. Phillies 4-game winning streak stopped tonight. Braves got walked off by Scooter Gennett and the Reds. Tanner Roark, ball climbed right up the side of his head, it appeared, and he's there to grab it and calmly throw out the runner. Joe Panic. No panic in Tanner. 2 down.
That's going to make every highlight reel tonight. We got to see this maybe 100 times in a row. Can you show this to us, please? Hey, one of the best fielding pitchers in baseball. The guy's going to win a Gold Glove someday. But this was interesting. We're up there. There it is. You called it. No panic. And he didn't launch it. A lot of guys would have grabbed that and thrown it down the right field line.
Here's McCutchen. I'm going to write coconut 1-3 to remind me of that one months from now.
Glove hat 1-3.
Tanner had everything but a propeller on the top of that ball cap right there.
He wouldn't know the launch angle if he did.
Oh boy. It's a lot funnier when it's not 3-0. 1-1 to McCutchen.
Perfect.
He's got some really good run on that fastball now.
He's keeping it down. He's getting on top of that sinker. Really driving through the target.
A couple of innings ago, we didn't know how long we'd be watching Tanner Roark tonight. Got a quick 4th inning on 10 pitches. 2-2 to McCutchen with the bases empty here in the 5th. So 3 of the last 4 innings pretty economical. And it stayed outside. Pretty good battle. Okay, only 13 more pitches to equal Brandon Belt.
No.
No, we don't want Tanner to do that.
No.
He would like to face Buster Posey next inning. Look out, bullpen.
Oh. I like that he's attacking him with the fastball. Do you think about changing it up here? Maybe mixing it slide? I don't know. I like that he's going right after him.
And he walked him to bring in Posey. That's Tanner Roark's second walk of the night. Brandon Belt back in the first. He hit Longoria with a pitch in the third when Longoria was diving. And here's Buster with a single to right center and bounced out to Turner.
McCutcheon has 3 stolen bases on the season. He's really the only threat to run for the Giants.
Yeah, he's their guy. Looking over his stats, getting ready for this series. This is running, and he hasn't been 100% healthy. Running down in Pittsburgh the last few years. 11 last year, but only 6 the year before that.
Kind of stomping out into his lead.
High in the air. That's a graveyard for fly balls out there. Bryce Harper has it, and we go top 6. Experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer. Log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Ryan Zimmerman, and lately he has been guts, glory, and Ram. Our due up is Ryan Zimmerman, followed by Sierra and Taylor. Top 6. From the other side, back toward San Francisco, right through the Golden Gate. What a beautiful sight on a cool spring evening here in late April. New pitcher for the Giants. It'll be Reyes Moranta. And if you need expert printing, the UPS store has you covered. Together, there's nothing we can't solve. 24 years of age, from Santiago of the Dominican Republic. 11th appearance this year. 7 for the Giants all of last year.
Pretty good fastball. Opponents are hitting .038 on his fastball. Just 1 for 26. So 1 hit off his fastball all year. Not bad on the slider either. Opponents are 1 for 11 on the slider. .091.
So Ty Block will get a no decision. Ryan Zimmerman will try to get Tanner Roark in position for a possible W down the line tonight. Slider stayed up, and he got a called strike.
Yeah, fastball's averaging 96. He throws it 56% of the time.
And a 1-2. He just came quick with the slider, and that thing really took a left turn. Nissan on the pitch cast.
Yeah, just a short slider, a tight late one right here. Ryan thought it was a fastball all the way, and it just kind of changed lanes late.
Big hit for Sierra last time up. And he goes the other way for a base hit this time. So he fought one off to right field. Hooks around that one to get it through shortstop, and he's 2 for 3.
And not waiting around at all. So what's that, the second hit on a Maranta fastball this year?
Nats had 4 hits in 5 innings, but 3 runs thanks to the Taylor homer against Ty Block. So Sierra, the first Nat with 2 hits. And here's the 4th innings home run hero.
You know, thank goodness as a player I didn't know the things that I say. Because, I mean, if you know that a guy's given up 1 hit on a fastball all year, you're half beat before you walk into the box. Those guys don't know. They just know it's 96 and they got to gear up. But if you knew that in the dugout, I mean, it would challenge you. Like, yeah, I'm going to be the second guy. But still, I mean. Wait, 1 for 31 on his fastball?
I have no chance.
My hammy's feeling tight.
Yeah, not like you can go in there and look for something off speed because the heater's by you.
It's got a short arm delivery, too, with velocity.
Austin L. Adams as Michael A. Taylor is in the batter's box. There's another Austin Adams. I think he pitches for Cleveland, so that may be how we differentiate between those guys. I mean, you know all about initials. What's the big deal?
I would change it to Austin W. Adams. I'm just saying. We're having fun.
I'm going with A. I don't care what my middle name is. That guy just hit a 3-run homer. I'm going letter A.
Bob A. Carpenter.
Yes, sir. I do have to admit that a couple of years ago it was pretty funny when Matty Vasgersian, still at MLB Network, called him Michael A. Taylor.
Yeah. Clever.
For a week.
I like just saying Michael A. I think it's got good ring.
I think it's awesome. I like saying Michael A. HR like he did last time, and it counts 1 and 2.
Or Tater.
Right into the mask, it appeared, of Buster Posey, maybe the upper part of the chest protector, and he got staggered by that.
Speaking of home runs, the truck not realizing it's a 1-2 count, but we'll read it anyways. Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers will donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 taters hit by the Nats this season. Lexus, experience amazing.
We already have one producer on the show. Be careful.
Hey, we're having fun. Baseball's fun.
A 1-on-1 out, top 6 tie game. Nats into the Giants bullpen. And Taylor right up the middle. Panic. Crawford. And one so close to the bag is about the only way you double that guy up. Is Roark still pitching? We'll see. So Brandon Belt had a 2-run shot for the Giants off Tanner Roark back in the third. They went up 3-0. Michael A erased it all with his in the fourth, and here we go. Bottom six, Tanner Roark and Brandon Belt, who walked his time up before that. So Tanner, 32 pitches in the first inning, and 4 innings later he's still battling, approaching 100. Inside out swing, out to left center it goes, and Taylor is there. Last 2 nights here, that's the way the wind's been blowing the high fly balls. Longoria and Williamson, the next 2 Giants. Evan Longoria, strikeout, hit by a pitch, and then caught it second on a ball that got away from Severino. Giants box. Panic and Posey singles in the first. The run scored on a wild pitch. Belt the big 2-run homer after a Panic base hit in the third. Man, that's as big a curveball as we've seen him throw all year.
It's sharp and late. Really on top, really spinning it.
Then he runs the fastball, and Howie upstairs to grab it. 2 down. That ball was hit hard. He had to time it perfectly.
Yeah, fastball hit it right on the screws. And Howie Kendrick playing right in the perfect position. Nice scouting report. Nice play.
Mac Williamson is next. He hits one out to center. Taylor back, and Mac Williamson has homered again in this series. 4-3 Giants. His 3rd home run in 5 games.
Looked like a curveball. This one just kind of floated in there. And you talk about creating launch angle. Big leg kick, hands below the baseball. 423 feet later, the Giants lead by 1. That first inning you talked about, Carp, that Tanner had to struggle through, might be catching up to him here in the 6th.
Yeah. Say one thing about Mac Williamson. He hits him to the far reaches of this ballpark. Crawford a bouncer to second, and a liner to center.
Good hustle by everybody.
And the slider down and in. Pablo Sandoval to hit if the inning continues. Good run on that fastball, and he gets a pop-up from it. Sanchez, plenty of room. Giants take the lead on another Mac Williamson home run. So we go top 7, Sanchez, Severino, and then the pitcher spot. may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. The world's most crooked street, Lombard Street.
That guy going way too fast.
I cannot believe they're doing that on that avenue. Here's Wilmer Defoe. He's going to bat for Sanchez here, as the Nats won a left-handed bat up there in the second inning by Reyes Moranta. A little low. Defoe is a pinch hitter, 1 for 3. And Wilmer has 10 of his 12 hits from the left side of the plate. Pretty good jammage there, and Buster Posey picks it right seemingly off the screen. I wonder if the Nats will look at that to see if the ball actually touched the screen.
Short hop into his glove off the net. It sure looks strange. They're holding him up right now. They're holding up play. Let's see. I thought it short hopped into his glove off the net. Yeah, hard to tell there. No, I don't think it did.
Pedro Severino and then Matt Adams. Ball 1. .96 with the drop down heater. And a very awkward swing by Severino as that fastball was really running in on him.
Peanuts open up May at home with a 6-game homestand, which wraps up with a Steven Strasburg Kentucky Derby Day jockey bobblehead giveaway. And that's all I got in me. Go to the number on the screen or visit the website for more info.
So some things happening. Brandon Kintzler is up and has been throwing for a bit, so he'll be ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. Meanwhile, the Nats will save Matt Adams for later and bring in Andrew Stevenson here. One for 4 overall, and Andrew 0 for 1 with an RBI as a pinch hitter.
Not a bad idea. You're a stolen base guy. You got some good wheels.
Up the middle, and Moranta spears that. And a pitcher the Nats had never faced before is going to give Bruce Bochy 6 important outs in a 4-3 game. 6-0 Giants, 3-5-0 Nats. Bottom 7 coming up, and after Tanner Roark battled his way through 105 pitches, Brandon Kintzler will get the call, his 12th appearance. And he'll be taking on a Panda right here, hitting in the number 9 spot for San Francisco. Wilmer Difo, after hitting 4, Sanchez stays in and plays 3rd. Pablo is a pinch hitter, 1 for 7.
The fastball for Brandon, 2-seamer, lots of late sink, averaging 92.5 miles an hour this year. More changeups than he's thrown in the past, 13%. Last year he threw it just 4%.
And it's 0-2. Pablo Sandoval, career against Brandon Kintzler, 0 for 2 plus a sacrifice fly. Goes the other way. Difo to his left. Pops up and guns it to Zimmerman. Wilmer Difo, one of his best plays as a National.
You come into a big league game, the ball will find you. And I think Wilmer found the ball on that one. What a play by Wilmer Difo. He's almost playing shortstop. Then he goes far to his left into a dive, spin, and a great throw to Ryan Zimmerman to complete the play. Tip of the cap to Wilmer. Nicely done.
Blanco 0 for 3. And with a double 1-for-1 career against Brandon Kintzler. And this one out to left center. Taylor was playing that way. 2 down.
Streaks were made to be broken. Make history, win $5.6 million. Download Beat the Streak today in the App Store or on MLB.com/BTS. Beat the Streak.
Joe Panik, 2 singles, 2 runs, and a ground ball off the top of the head of our starter, Tanner Roark.
Well, if you can keep this 4-3 and get back in the dugout, you would think for the Giants the save, the high leverage is next inning. Trey Turner, Howie Kendrick, Bryce Harper due up. 1-run game. That's where the analytic folks would say use your closer.
They would. But all he would get would be a hold, not a save, and those guys live to shake hands, don't they?
They do.
Fair ball right by the bag at third. And a pretty good aggressive job by Sierra. He went right after the bullpen mound out there and kept Joe Panik at first base.
I'll tell you what, that's twice tonight Joe Panik has hit the front hip sinker. The first time from Tanner Roark, he just bumped it into left. And watch this. That was a good pitch by Brandon Kintzler. That was coming back, started behind him, and he just stayed on it and pushes it over the bag at third. Might even hit the bag, but Moises Sierra did a nice job to keep him to just a single. Nice play.
Yeah, since when do you ever see a single picked up in foul territory? Runner at first, 1 out, and McCutchen the hitter. Andrew 1 for 4 career against Kintzler. Sam Dyson for the Giants.
Close.
Yeah, good looking pitch.
Got to locate here. He's going to be firing off an aggressive swing on anything close.
Now it's 3-0 with Buster Posey next. This is Brandon Kinsler's inning. No other activity in the bullpen. His last outing, the final inning against the Dodgers, a walk, a strikeout, a scoreless 8th inning on Sunday night. Close, walked him on 4. What is Mercedes-Benz in the pitch cast?
I thought the first pitch was close, and I thought that pitch was close. I'm not necessarily saying they were strikes, but Brandon Kinsler definitely thought that was a strike, and got a pretty good argument. Usually 3-0, anything close is a strike.
This is the 4th time McCutcheon's walked in his career against Kinsler. Posey 1 for 3 against him. Buster has bounced into 2 double plays this year. But the Nats have 2 outs. They just have a play at every base right now, and that's down and in, and Severino down there to get it. That's several half innings for most pitchers tonight where they got the first 2 batters, had a hard time kind of closing out some frames here and there. So 2 offensive ball clubs who've been struggling have waged some pretty good battles tonight. Two and 0. Left side Defoe looked at second, didn't like how close the play might be, and finishes it off to Zimmer. Top of the order in the 8th, Trey, Howie, and Bryce. the DMV area Volkswagen dealers, who bring you the Smile at Spring sales event. And by the hotels at BWI.com, minutes from BWI Marshall, Amtrak, and I-95. Discover the convenience of the hotels at BWI.com. A road to the pyramid here in San Francisco. Nets need a run. They've got 6 outs with which to work. And we got Max going tomorrow. That's a 3:45 first pitch. We'll join you from the booth at 3:30 tomorrow. And Max, career against the Giants, 3-4. But so far this year, he's been incomparable. 1.36 ERA, 155 opponent's batting average, and he'd be looking for his league-leading 5th win of the year. Coverage begins 3 o'clock. Nats Extra on Masson.
A 1-run game. Trey Turner leading off against Sam Dyson. This could be the whole ball game right here, right now.
Trey's never hit against him before. Dyson got 1 out last night to end the 7th, a fly ball to right off the bat of Howie Kendrick, who's on deck. The thing looked just like the fastball for an instant, then it broke away. Ryan Madsen for the 8th. There's the heater. Brandon Crawford up with it. Trey Turner 0 for 4. 4 outs on the ground.
And Dyson, a ground ball guy. He's got that 2-seam fastball. 63% of his outs last year were on the ground. 53% so far this year, ground ball percentage.
And with the out last night, Howie's 0 for 6 career against him. .94 boring down and in on the right-handed batter.
Yeah, down more than in. Late sink. Do the Seagulls know what inning it is? Did they have a scorebook attached to their wings?
They look for empty seats at AT Park, which did not happen for 7 years around here.
I think they know what inning it is. I really do. They can read the scoreboard, maybe.
1-2 to Howie with Harper next. Did he go? No. Todd Titchener down at first. Looked like he held. By the way, pretty good matchup numbers in the on-deck circle, and the Giants don't have a lefty throwing. Target in. Howie stays alive.
Yeah, I'm silently protesting the check swing all year. You can have all the replays. Because I honestly don't know. I don't know the rule. I don't know what is a swing, what isn't. So I'm not saying a word all year. I'm protesting it until they figure out, until they give me an explanation of what a swing is and what a check swing is. I don't know.
Yeah. And not all of our cameras are in the exact same spots in the different ballparks. 2-2 with 1 out. That's going to run back and just miss. Ball 3.
I still like seeing the replay, though. I don't know. Speaking of replays, Buster tried to frame that, but it wasn't close.
Held it for a while. This is big. Harper next, 1-run game, 1 out, 8th inning.
There's so much late sink. It's so hard to get under that and elevate. Thing just born straight to the ground. Maybe a little arm side run into right-handers. But when Howie had to make his decision, that was a strike.
Yeah, pitch one right down the middle and everything else. Down, down, down. Another 3-2 here. And Howie having a good at bat, not taking any chances on anything that's over the plate.
You know, I'm not telling Bruce Bochy how to manage by any means, but I think he should bring in Hunter Strickland to face Bryce Harper.
Without warming up?
Yeah, just bring him in.
Have at it.
Well,
he only needs to throw one pitch.
I'll just say, if it was a movie, we need that matchup sometime in this series.
Yeah. Maybe more likely to happen in a 9th inning. Howie Kendrick, a fantastic AB, and that's extra bases. He already has 7 doubles on the year. That's one of the best battles by a hitter you'll see all year. Runner at second, tying run, 1 out.
Well, he pulled his hands in so nice and got inside this Dyson sinker. This is not easy to do, folks. Watch him pull his hands in here. This thing's chasing him. He gets underneath it, pulls his hands in, almost a cricket-like swing. Watch him get under the baseball and drive it 105 miles an hour into left center field for a double. Bryce Harper just got walked, and
yeah,
Ryan Zimmerman has a chance.
Yeah, Bruce Bochy puts the lead run on, but he wants to set up a double play and go righty-righty here. Some kind of swing by Howie Kendrick. By the way, Bryce walked number 30. Ryan Zimmerman 2 for 8 with an RBI, career against Dyson.
Turn and burn on the sinker. Try to elevate it and take the walk to Bryce Harper personally. Why not?
Up the middle. Crawford, panic, 6-4-3. Bochy walks Bryce Harper. 1 pitch later, the inning is over. 4-3 Giants. More on car insurance. So can defense. It can save you so many ways. So Taylor early robbing Blanco. Tanner Roark on panic. No panic. And then Pablo Sandoval. That ball was by Wilmer Defoe before he got it and gunned him out. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Ryan Madson, good to see him back out on the mound. He's been off for about 5 days and had some fatigue evidently going in New York last week. FP, as we talked about at that time, the Nats are in a position to sweep that series, and by the time you get to game 3, the back end of your bullpen guys are going to be doing some pretty hard work.
Yeah, when you play a bunch of one-run games or two-run games, that's going to be the case too, and it finally caught up to everybody. Keep an eye on the velocity tonight. He's had a nice little rest. Yeah, 96, he's feeling fresh.
So it's 0-2. Madsen DeBelt, who's 0 for 2 career against Ryan. As soon as that half inning ended, Hunter Strickland headed for the bullpen mound down the left field line. Madsen, good heater, just missed. Had him reaching. And this one for Sierra. Well, Danny's back to work. You've got more on Ryan Madsen.
Yeah, Bob, I caught up with Ryan yesterday, who admitted that coming into this series, he was maybe a little concerned and not sure that he'd be able to go even after sitting out the entire Dodgers series to give his arm a rest. But he went out and threw yesterday pregame, and after that throwing session felt really good. He said, I swear I'm not being a tough guy. I would tell Davey if I wasn't feeling good, but he feels all right and he wants the ball.
That's too early to be a tough guy, and he knows better. Long way to go.
Yeah, who knows? It's a long season, more than relievers.
Right.
Good looking fastball he's got going.
97.
There's Mac Williamson, whose home run 2 innings ago, straightaway center, is the difference. Nasty breaking ball. 1-2. Longoria 0 for 2, hit by a pitch. And this one to right. Bryce just a couple of steps in, 2 down.
It's time for your Ford drive of the game. Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. You see the leg kick, the elevation in the homer, and the extension. 109, 22, 423.
He's a big boy. 6'4", 237. Parts of 3 years with the Giants before this season. Most at bats he's had in the big leagues, 112 2 years ago. Coming out of high school, he was the #1 pitching prospect in North Carolina, but he hurt his labrum, had surgery, and now he's a slugger. And Madsen's going to work a 1-2-3 8th inning. So Ryan gets the Nats into the dugout. It'll be Sierra, Taylor, and Defoe against Hunter Strickland.
coming over the Golden Gate Bridge. Did we dare call it a rally bridge? Why not? 4-3 as we go to the top of the night. We need to rally something. Rally Twitter, rally Masson Reed. Are you following us on Twitter yet? Check out Masson Nationals for the latest news, highlights, and more. Tweet us today. That's Masson Nationals on Twitter.
29-year-old Hunter Strickland got the save last night, his 4th of the year, with a 1-walk, 2-strikeout ninth. He walked Taylor. Defoe on a grounder, struck out Sierra pinch inning, struck out Trey Turner swinging to end the game. So lefty batter, pardon me, it's Matt Adams hitting for Sierra. Lefty batter, shift on, ball 1. And I've got Matt Adams facing Strickland here for the first time. Adams scorches one to center field, and Gregor Blanco almost overran that ball. 1 out.
Boy, a location mistake by Strickland. They're making Matt Adams beat him the other way. He pulled it right across down the middle of the plate, and Matt Adams squared it up. No luck right now for Matt. That was a good swing.
Nationals down to their final 2 outs, and the Giants trying to win a series before they face Max Scherzer behind Jeff Samardzija tomorrow.
And Longoria's back. He was trying to get on. I mean, quite frankly, he's the offense right now. You're thinking tie game right here, right?
Yeah, Taylor 0 for 2 career with a couple of walks. Tried to get down to that breaking ball, and it just disappeared on it. 0-2. That's in danger of falling a season low, 4 games under 500 here. Two down. Byron Kerr, Ray Knight, and that's extra post game ahead. And Wilmer Defoe 0 for 2 against Strickland, who got him last night. Closers get momentum by throwing strike 1. And to Crawford. Giants win the series. And this one in 2 hours and 28 minutes. A 4-3 San Francisco win.
You know, they're getting tested early. And these games either going to build character or not. And how you come out of this is going to show what kind of ball club this is. In my opinion, it's early in the season. They're scuffling, they're battling, they're not coming out on top. But better now than later. But this is going to, we're all going to find out what this team is made of based on what's happened on this trip.
3-5 road trip now after the Nats won 3 of the first 4 games. More from AT&T Park to wrap it up in a moment.